Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. You got sharks left over from the last movie? Better make a sequel. Blue Sea 3. This film came out on July 28th, 2020, exactly 21 years ago after the first movie, and it's also its 5th anniversary. Happy anniversary. The plot! Little Happy, a remote fishing village off the Mozambique, is studying the effects of climate change. They are interrupted by a group of people on a big boat who are after 3 bull sharks that attacked some people on the Orange River. Everyone tries to help each other out to stop these underwater menaces. But it's not long until the truth is revealed, and action and horror commence. Well, it's quite different from the first 2. Does it still contain the same old Deep Blue Sea vibes? Let's find out. First off, this is a pretty slick production, and could have passed for a theatrical release, I feel. And that's a huge compliment given that the film cost $4 to $5 million to make. Everything looks beautiful, even the island fishing community is rather striking. The sets and locations are exotic, with different shades of yellow and brown. Flush it down. You would think that would make it for an ugly movie, but no. Most of the location was built practically. Expansions on the little island were done digitally so that they could make it look more cluttered and full, a bigger area than it actually was. The underwater shots are really well done. You feel immersed in this sea world. Everything is bright and light is bouncing off of everything naturally. Also, I am a sucker for night shots in shark movies, and while this one does have one, it's mostly done for a dinner scene where all the characters are together and having a good time. It brings warmth to the cast and characters. You really get a sense that this place was lived in for a long time. A little happy slice of heaven. For the characters, we have Emma Collins, played by Tanya Ramone, from Texas Chainsaw, the 3D one from 2013. She is our heroine. She is the head researcher in charge of everything, and is a bit rude at first. She just rubbed me the wrong way. Very direct and no nonsense.
It's gonna get like 5,000 likes. Easy. I'm gonna get it up on Facebook and Insta by tonight.
What's up with the drone?
One of the servos is burnt out, but I'm on it.
It's not until they have dinner during that one night she starts to lighten up and get along with everyone, but haven't they been there for a while? Regardless, she does scrap around with the bad guys and the sharks. She's usually at a disadvantage realistically. She mainly takes shots when she has an opportunity. Eugene Shaw, played by Emerson Brooks, is a friend of her father's who promised to look after her. He's like discount Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but he's still pretty badass, actually. He is very protective of Emma. The two play off each other quite well.
Look, you get me in spin, I'll get to mine.
No, you swim like a walrus. I dive.
Fine, whatever.
Lucas, played by Bren Foster, who's an actual martial artist in real life, is the main baddie in the picture. He's charming at first, but then lets loose a rain of explosions and fighting later on, when his true intentions are revealed. The weapon he uses is hilarious, yet effective. Richie Lowe, played by Nathan Bazolik, is an old flame of Emma's. He is cocky and a know-it-all, but in the end he does care about Emma and her team.
You're right. It is a no-brainer. I would rather die with her than live like you.
Mia, played by Rihanna Oi, has set up a system that has a 3D readout of the reef floor. She's smart and actually kind of funny in a few scenes.
Go ahead.
You are so sexy. Wait, did I just say that out loud?
I'm gonna have to look to read these ones. Nandi, played by Avumo Konguko, and Bahari, played by Sia Mayola, are siblings and the last two fishermen of the island. Well, fisherman and cook, I guess. They've been on this fishing village since they were kids and are tempted to leave, but not really. They have good chemistry, but don't add too much to the film. They do add more than Lucas's henchmen, but even they have their time to shine. I enjoyed most of the characters and didn't want to see them die. Even Lucas, I was like, come on, he's kind of cool. I mean, he's a dick, but he's pretty cool. One I did see in the trailer, and I was not happy, but I was like, I hope it's like a fake out. Like, I hope he doesn't actually die. Oh, never mind. Another one that did shock me, and a lot of people happened out of nowhere, and I did not expect it. There were some surprise deaths that took me off guard and harkened back to the original, like the Samuel L. Jackson scene in that film. I did not expect some of these characters to die that did, and even much earlier on. Then I thought, for the gore, the effects, originally the MPAA rating, rated R for some violence, bloody images, and language, was a bit worrisome to me. I was like, oh man, it's not going to be that gory. I mean, it'll still be a great time, but I want some real carnage here. It seems kind of light. However, there is some good stuff here. You get a decapitation, a guy ripped in two with his entrails trailing behind him, another person ripped in two underwater, some bloody explosions, and a gnarly crushing scene. The effects are somewhat of a mixed bag. I mean, 75% of them look better than most films of this kind of ilk, as well as within this budget. Funny story, when I first watched this with Mumster, I asked her after, how much do you think this one cost to make? Mind you, the first one cost 60 to 75 million. She guessed 120 million. Oh, Mumster, you. She also said it could have passed for a theatrical release. For the motion picture soundtrack, Mark Killian, who also composed Shark Killer and Eraser Reborn, the latter of which was directed by this film's director John Pogue, composes some perfectly fitting music for this film. It adds to some impactful scenes as well as amps up scenes of tension and horror. It reminded me somewhat of the scores for the 47 Meters Down films, which is a really big compliment because I like those scores a lot. Tom and Andy did good stuff on that. It's not overly technical, and there are some sad piano pieces too. The opening theme gives me chills as well. Not as intense as the original film's opening score, but it's still a really strong effort. Overall, this is currently the best Deep Blue Sea sequel, and there are talks of a fourth film that have been circling around for a while now. There are some complaints I have with it. It is very hand-fisted with its topic of climate change. Even though it's used as a ploy, it still lingers there, because it beats you over the head with the messaging, especially in the opening sequence. Still, the movie happened, and I am glad it did. We were not expecting Deep Blue Sea 2 to have another movie after it, but I was hoping for it, and I'm glad they did. They gave it a shot with a better director, and better cinematographer, and all that good stuff. And the script by Dirk Blackman, I watched an interview with him. He said that he was trying to come up with a location that hasn't been done yet, and he nailed it. There have been like shanty villages attacked by sharks, not the mainstay of the whole film. Like Planet of the Sharks and Empire of the Sharks have that same thing, but they're not done as well. This is a great series, and I enjoy it, even if some of it is a bit subpar. All I can say is bring on Deep Blue Sea 4 already, please. That's going to do it for this video, guys. You have been watching Shark House Entertainment, and I have been your host, Brian Gatto. Happy 5th anniversary to Deep Blue Sea 3. What is your favorite Deep Blue Sea movie? Make sure to like, comment as well, share this video, like my Facebook fan page, and support me on Patreon. I've also added stuff to my Patreon where you can support me and my books, like both together, so it would definitely help if you went there and checked it out. I would greatly appreciate it. The links are in the description below. Also hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, and as always, subscribe. It's a Deep Blue Sea shirt. I don't know if you could tell with the logo on top.
We got a problem.